Hi guys, thank you for tuning in. My name is Anthony and I'd like to welcome you today to my channel. I hope that you've been well. I hope that your day is well. I hope that you have enough strength for the week and I pray that all goes well for you. As we usually do, we discuss topics that are related to youth in this country and the transformation and change that we want to see. So today, with no further ado, I'd like us to delve straight into the topic for the day. And today's topic will be personal for everyone because it's a topic touching on your individual character. And it's a topic I label or I call manners. So today I'm going to talk about bad manners. We as a country are going through a period of transformation, a period of change, a period of self-reflection, where we have to come to terms with the reality of our country, Kenya. We have to come to terms with the reality of bad manners. We have tolerated bad manners for a very long time, and now it has come back to bite us in the back. What bad manners am I talking about? You see, every system and every society has a way in which it should function. The way in which a society should function is contained in the constitution of a particular country. The constitution has a summary of the ethics, of the ethos, of the character, of the mode of operation, and everything that is supposed to take place within a certain country. So, when one of us flouts the constitution, then there are mechanisms that are put in place to make sure that it is obeyed. We have leaders in this country who do not respect our constitution. And why do we say that? It is because we have observed keenly that they do not adhere to the different parts of the constitution, okay? Especially chapter 6 of the constitution, which talks about values, okay, integrity and so forth. We have also seen that the institutions such as the police service does not follow the constitution to the letter because we have seen them flouting court orders. So this is what I call bad manners. Bad manners is when you know what you need to do, but you do not do it because you do not feel like it. In psychology, this is a childlike behavior. You're throwing tantrums like a 2-year-old because a grown adult of sound mind does not work and operate on this world based on how they feel. Children who are below 3 years are the ones who operate on how they feel. If everyone was supposed, or if everyone decides to operate based on their feelings, then we will not have a country. So that's why it's important for each one of us to adhere to the rule of law and follow the stipulated guidelines that guide a particular country. Failure to do so, you become an enemy of the state. And an enemy of the state can be the state itself. So you being in the police service does not give you immunity over the constitution. You are supposed to obey the law. No one is above the law. So these bad manners that we see in our institutions, in our leaders, is a bad manners that we have tolerated in society. We have tolerated as the society. If we are able to not tolerate bad manners, then it will be intrinsically, fixated in the mind of each and every Kenyan that there are certain behavior that is not tolerated by the general public. Because we have tolerated bad manners, because we ourselves portray the bad manners, then the leaders do not have anyone to hold them accountable. Simply put, The leaders we have in power are a representation of the society. They mirror the ethos of the society. So when you have corrupt leaders, it means the society is corrupt. When you have leaders who are thieves, it means society in general have thuggish or thievery tendencies. Why do I say that? So let's cascade this topic down to you as an individual. When you talk about bad manners, how many things do you do that you're not supposed to do? When you're eating somewhere and you know you're not supposed to litter, how many of you check to see if there is anyone and then you just litter? How many of you men, you know that you're supposed to go and urinate in a toilet, but since you are pressed and there's no one around, you go and do it publicly? How many of us flout rules that we know should be followed just because no one is watching? That means your internal compass is broken. You are a person who is unhinged, who does not operate by values. Each human being is created by God to have an internal compass that guides you to follow principles that will lead you to live a responsible life. The moment that compass is broken, you become an individual who acts based on how they feel and the desires of the moment. And as I hinted, if each one of us decides to act that way, it means we'll be like 2-year-olds. Everyone will do what they feel at a particular moment. This does not augur well for society, because we need a semblance of sanity for the society to function the way it was designed to function. So, bad manners starts from you. Bad manners starts from your home. Bad manners starts from the things that you are not supposed to do that you do. A common example, let's say you're driving. A police officer stops you. You have flouted some traffic rules. Let's say you have not carried or you have not insured your vehicle. You, by your own volition, because you see you're getting late, you decide to bribe that person. What is that? Bad manners. So you are reinforcing the already corrupt mindset of this person, that when they see a person who does not have a valid license, the next thing they expect is a bribe. And because you as a citizen have initiated that offer, you are instilling this programming in that officer's mind that they will be oriented to receive bribes each time a person is caught flouting rules. So, because you have shown agreement with bad manners, you have initiated bad manners. You yourself have shown that you approve of the bad manners because at that moment it suited you. Then you do not have control of how this bad manners stretches. That is why you, by accepting money from politicians, you are being bribed with unga, with anything. That is bad manners. Because you accept it, then you do not have the power to dictate the extent to which this bad manner stretches. Because you have shown approval, therefore the person who is in power has the capacity to exercise bad manners to any extent which they feel like, because the public has sought to approve what they're doing. So, if you promote bad manners, if you are in agreement with bad manners, then the people in power will exercise these bad manners to an extent that will come and hurt you. And now what we are doing as a country is, we ourselves have bad manners. We ourselves have exercised bad manners. We have tolerated bad manners for a very long time. And we have put people in power who have bad manners. And because they have power, they exercise bad manners in a greater scale, which now has come to affect us individually because these people are unhinged. Therefore, we are complaining that these people in power are ill-mannered, yet this approval came from us. And how did it come from us? Because we accept the character and the behavior that these people portray. We accept by our actions. We accept each time we tolerate these things. We accept each time we do something that is contrary to the law. You are not supposed to have someone looking after you for you to do something that is right. You are supposed to do it because you know it's right. That's what we call consciousness. You're supposed to have the consciousness for right. You're not supposed to do a thing because someone is watching. You carry yourself with a higher moral standard. And if every one of us can have certain principles that we live by, that we do not need policing, we do not need someone to come and watch over us for us to do these things, then the society becomes a better place. So we're living in a country that has bad manners, that practices bad manners, because the person at the lowest level is a bad mannered person. If you decide to change, if you decide to live your life based on the ethos, based on what the Constitution prescribes, then if each one of us decides to do that, then the society will function accordingly, and anyone who practices bad manners will feel out of place because the society is functioning the right way. But if each one of us is doing the same thing we are accusing our leaders of doing, then what exactly are we saying? It's only that we have not gotten an opportunity to steal that we are complaining. It's only that we have not gotten a higher position to do exactly what they're doing that we are complaining. Otherwise, if we are given the same power, same position, we will do exactly what they are doing. So, my topic today about manners is exercise good manners in your home, at your workplace, in your social circles, when you are alone, when no one is looking. Stop littering. Stop doing things that you know you're not supposed to do. Stop breaking the law. Stop overtaking on the wrong side. Stop flouting rules. Stop doing things that you know are illegal. You are a person who is supposed to be responsible. We do the right thing not because someone is watching. We do the right thing because it is the right thing. Some of you steal. Some of you are in organizations and you know that you're not supposed to steal. You work in banks, you steal from elderly people who are vulnerable. That is bad manners. Some of you steal from vulnerable people. At your workplace, you steal from your employer. Are you exercising integrity? Your employer has given you employment. When they're not there, you make sales and you hide it. You collude with suppliers. You fake tender documents. That is bad manners. So integrity begins with an individual. It does not begin from the top. You have to start it on your own. You cannot criticize a person who is doing the same thing you're doing. Where do you get the moral authority? So you have to exercise good manners in your house, at your workplace, at the places where you frequent, and in society at large, because you do not have the moral authority to demand of others that which you are not doing yourself. So you wake up in the morning, have a clear mindset, have principles that guide you as a person. Because if we do not change our perspective on how we live our lives, if we do not exercise good manners, then we are going to get the same cycle, the same leaders, the same things. We are going to get the same results because we are not able to define the life that we want portrayed by our leaders for ourselves. So this bad manners, it is something that has infiltrated our culture, our lives, our daily routine. Some of us just go and throw litter everywhere. And you know that you're not supposed to do that. You do something, you steal, you lie. You are employed by your employer. You're supposed to be at work by 8. Because no one is there, because your boss is not there, you come at 9. Because you work in government, you come when you want. And you do not give value for money. You come and drink tea and just make stories all day. That's laziness. That's a very bad example, and you should be ashamed if that's what you do. The government pays you to provide services, to be on time, to be diligent in your work. It does not pay you to come and just merry-make, do storytelling at the office. No. So you are the same people who are saying the government is stealing from, yet you are stealing from the government. You're being employed and you're not delivering. You're wasting time. And again, I'm a Christian. The Bible tells me work, when you're working, work as if you're working to the Lord. And God is everywhere. So you do not work because your boss is there. You work because you are an employee. You have wanted a job. That job pays your bills. And you're supposed to be diligent in whatever you put your hands to do. So this culture has to change. We have to become responsible people. We have to become people of ethics. We are led by values, principles. We do not have the moral authority to question the leaders that we have unless we change ourselves first. Stop giving out bribes. Stop stealing from other people. Stop using faulty scales when you're trading with other people. Stop practicing bad trade practices. Pay people their debts. When you hire people, stop refusing to pay people their salaries. Stop delaying people's salaries. Stop staying with people's money. How do you employ someone to do something for you and then you don't pay them? You start taking them round. How many of you are exploiting your house helps? You're overworking people. You're treating your employees as slaves. Your watchman, your guard, you're not paying them on time. How many of you employ the services of someone, their company offered the goods, and now you're not paying, you're just chasing them. You're running around, you're running away from. So bad manners has to stop. If we can't stop the bad manners, then we do not have the moral authority to demand of these corrupt leaders to change, because they are what we are. We are the ones who have told them that it is okay to be corrupt, to steal and to do all these things, because our lives, we practice the same things that they're doing. So you fix your life. Stop the bad manners. Live a decent life. Do what you're supposed to do. Follow the laws. Just live an upward, straight life. Then you will have the moral authority to demand the same of your leaders. Because if we do not change, then how do we expect them to change? Yet we are creating the environment that is ripe for them to practice corruption. When someone comes to your office, to your counter, to your teller, you're serving, and they want to skip the line so that they can give you some few coins on the side, why do you accept it? Let them queue like the others. Just practice integrity in all that you do. In your dealings with other people, in your dealings when you're alone, be an integral person. Be a person who operates with principles that are upright. It's just simple as that. Stop stealing from people. Stop demeaning other people. Stop exploiting other people. Be honest and just. then we shall see signs of progress. Okay? So I thought that was very important for us to know, that bad manners is there because we tolerate it, because we propagate it, and we are the ones to blame. So if you want to see change, change starts with us. Change how you do life, then the rest becomes easier. Okay? So I think I'll end it at that. I hope this will prompt someone to just fix your life. Just do it because you want to do right, not because someone is watching or you've been forced to do it. Do it because you want to live right. It's the least that you can do. So thank you again for taking your time. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah. So I'll see you for the next episode. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Cheers.